So what did you think of the speech tonight?
I think it was probably his best State of the Union. And he didn't do
And you don't say that every year.
I don't say that every year. I say it was a good speech, but I think this was a speech really appealing to our finer nature, our better nature, as Lincoln would say. It was a speech that was obviously focused on future, as he said, but also on we the people. Those two phrases resonate that we're in this together, and we have some challenges, and yes, we have disagreements, but we can do more together than we can apart, and we are stronger together than we are apart. And we need to look to the future, and of course he talked about climate change. He talked about working people having enough to live on and have a quality of life in America, and building small businesses and making sure that people believe they're getting a fair shake. He talked about specific issues of education and health care, but he also talked about a broader message of indivisible, one nation under God, indivisible. And he also talked about one of the strengths of America, which is tolerance, the acceptance of one another. He didn't use the phrase, but as Martin Luther King said, content of character. That's what you need to focus on. And those who want to participate and work and make America better, we have always accepted them for what they do, not for the distinctions they might have. And so I thought it was a very ennobling speech, reflecting the best of America.
Was there anything about it you found particularly surprising?
No, I expected this kind of a speech. This is, after all, his last State of the Union address, not his last speech, and he'll give a lot of speeches after this. But it was a speech that was designed to, again, appeal to our better nature, with an understanding that we have been deeply divided from time to time. I was saddened that the Republicans chose, at times when he talked about a stronger America. There were a couple of times they stood up.
Right.
But they obviously, out of policy, we're going to sit down. But sitting down really doesn't affect the president, but it does affect our ability to work together and respect one another and accomplish great things for America.
There was some criticism of the fact that he didn't mention the American sailors who were taken in Iran. What did you make of that?
Well, I didn't make anything of it. I think it's hopefully just a backdrop, and what I mean by that is hopefully this was a mistake by 10 sailors in 2 boats that got into Iranian waters and were, as you know, this is a very close body of water. This is not a lot of space, not like the ocean. And it's my understanding the Iranians have already told the sailors, and I think ourselves or reporters have reflected that they will be released very shortly, hopefully within the next 24 hours. If that's the case, then mistakes happen. The timing was, not as anybody would like it, but nobody would like the timing in any event.